Alright, so with the release of Elaine, I think this is a really good build to actually replace KYO for people that don't have him. If you eventually down the line pull Elaine, I don't think it's a banner people should be pulling for, even though like Blue Summer Merlin's in there and this LILLIA is in there. I mean, if you like actually like Elaine for whatever reason, I guess, but like I would say eventually in the future, if you pull Elaine, this is a good build to use to replace KYO, because you have a really strong team here going on with King and Elaine, and then LILLIA is just like for the ride with all the debuffs you're getting for free essentially, because one King attack and the enemy already has 6 debuffs, so that's max passive for LILLIA or max Holy Relic. And if you attack with Elaine, you have 9 debuffs, which maxes out Zeldris' passive. You could use Green Sauriel on the King there, but I just want to see damage. I mean, Green Sauriel probably is better, because then you, with one attack you do cap the whole passive, or yeah, for Zeldris, right? But I don't think it's necessary. Especially if you like, I don't know, you're facing like a buff character like Bon. Turn 1 you can actually attack with Elaine first, proc the shock and stuff like that, like Bon we're just facing right here, and be on your merry way. But instead, actually, what we're gonna do is this. So we're gonna pop in these 2 cards, and then we're gonna attack with LILLIA. We're not gonna use our debuff cards. We're gonna save them for next turn, so that we actually have those. Oh, actually, I could have actually killed Merlin. But yeah, LILLIA with full relic, even though again we are missing 3 or 2 stacks of Zeldris passive. It's fine, it's not that big of a deal. It's like what, 6%? Is it 6? It's 3% per stack, right? Right? Yeah, it's 3%. We're missing 6% HP in attack, essentially. It's not that big of a deal. The Taxi, and this is why I didn't use the Elaine and LILLIA attacks to prepare for the Ataxio. And Elaine is a good unit. Like, it's just so weird thinking that Elaine is a good character, right? But Elaine is a good unit. The buff CO, the buff CO is good. We need more buff characters to be meta. Right now there's only a few, right? The HP healing from the blue card is very interesting. I think there's a lot of times where it's very useful, but mostly it's the passive, obviously. I just need, like, I seriously think that if we get, like, one more, like, very good fairy, Elaine will unironically be meta. Like, we live in a space-time continuum that Elaine could, in the near future, be a meta character. Who would have thought? I don't know if I kill here, but it doesn't matter because the match is done. A buff team. Exactly what I wanted. See, here, we have a situation where Elaine is actually incredible because of this. Unless we kill them, but I don't think we will. Because we seal the true characters that would give us the most trouble. Goddess Liz and Margaret. Because Margaret would cleanse the debuffs. So essentially would cleanse the seal, right? Margaret would cleanse the debuffs, and then Goddess Liz would shield, which would be annoying. Although we would break the shield with the shock, but still. Just, I don't know, the buff seal, the more I use it, the more I like it. Although I still think that for it to really be effective, like more buff characters that should be used. For now, it's only like the Goddess team, and sometimes on Bind it's very helpful. So, the more... it's just, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that Elaine is a meta character. And I don't know if I call it meta character, but it's a somewhat of a meta usable character. Elaine. The last Elaine they released was a literal joke. A literal joke. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is where not having KYO is a blessing for us, because we don't have to deal with Melascula cucking our whole team. So, I mean, I do feel like killing King here is the way to go. But I am a little concerned that he actually has dodge food. So I'm going to double attack with King. So if the first one doesn't... Oh, he did hit. Okay, well. I'm going to kill anyways, I think, because it's LILLIA. LILLIA is ultra powerful. She doesn't care. Yep. She just simply doesn't care. Yeah, listen, Melascula is, you know, a very good character, but very inconsistent, because she only really, like, feels like worth when you're fighting a KYO. When you fight a KYO, it feels like, oh, good thing you brought Melascula. But when you don't, it's like, cool. Yeah, her shield is very helpful there. But yeah, if you're not using KYO and then you see a Melascula, you're like, yeah, yeah, good try. Oh, KYO, our friend. It's a bot, isn't it? Well, I'm just gonna go with this and then quit out. Yeah, the numbers from King, like, even just using... See, that AoE still hit very hard. Even though we're not using KYO, you know? Just using Elaine and no other, like, buffer... I guess we were using Zeldris, which counts as a buffer, but, like, no other field buffer, no Hellbrim, no KYO. He's still doing very good damage with his level 1s. Very, very good. Don't really need those characters, you know? Melascula. God, 255. Can I get? I mean, we did face real players so far, but hey, like, do they even have gear? I mean, they do. They do have gear. I guess maybe the back character doesn't have gear. Just very weak gear, I guess, because they got obliterated. Although that was a level 2 card. A King, level 2, with Elaine in the field, providing the, you know, the shock and everything like that. Is just he just hit so hard. Okay, that's more likely a real player. Still not guaranteed, but it's not. Okay, well, we're gonna kill Melly. Because I don't care about the Merlin. She can attack seal me, and I will still be able to use my debuff cards. But Melly is more annoying because he can break the shield very easily. And do me damage. Although, I'm even concerned about damage. Maybe I should have killed the Merlin. Maybe I should have. Because Merlin... I don't know, man. She's... more time passes, becoming more and more my least favorite character in the game. Also known as my most hated, so. Nice shock. The shock damage is surprisingly good, because shock as a debuff has always been a joke, but only because shock cards are just bad, right? Like, these cards that apply like a debuff like that, like shock, bleed, poison, they're always just so bad because Netmarble is just very scared of making good cards that proc like lasting damaging effects. So like Gallon's AoE is the biggest joke, right? Like a card that has less than 100% multiplier is a straight up joke, right? Always has been a joke, even when he first came out. It's always been a joke. So I think that the way to go for like applying these sort of effects, if they do want to, you know, have a character apply them in the first place, is like this, where, okay, regardless of the attack that you do, if you meet up this condition, or, you know, you meet this condition being like, oh, it's a fairy, then you can just apply. I think that's way better. 333. A real enemy. And we are, in fact, going to seal him from using his buff cards. Let's do damage on melee. So we can potentially kill next turn. Although I actually should have AoE'd with LILLIA maybe. Because he's gonna heal quite a bit. Or no, he's gonna die actually. Because LILLIA just be like that, you know? LILLIA just be like that. We sealed him from using the shield. Very nice, very nice. He's just straight up cocked here. Because unless he goes for a stun. Which he might. He might actually go for a stun, let's see. Although he went for kill? On who? King. Not gonna kill. We're good. King should hit harder than LILLIA, so I'm gonna go with the King attacks. Only because, again, of the whole, like, yeah, he is doing extra damage because of Elaine. So yeah, like we previously discussed, the level 2 hits very hard. And even if he did survive, that did 114k, even though her passive, or her Holy Relic passive, was barely built whatsoever. A key, I mean, that's my team, essentially. But without KYO, right? Oh, that's very unlucky, bro. I'm so sorry. You're just gonna die turn 1, and there's not much you can do about it, because I just straight up got lucky that I got an extra card for King. And I mean, I would be doing insane amount of damage anyways. So, it's basically, what the people in the industry call, over. I'll quit. I'll give him the win. I don't know if you noticed, I quit most matches because I don't want to go to goddamn Challenger and have straight up only bots. It's already so many bots in Champions, in JP. If you go to Challenger, it's only bots. Okay, maybe this time we won't get level 2. Oh, even emote. No! God damn it, you're gonna... You say you quit, you think you're giving me the win? But I don't want the win. I don't want to win. I want footage. God damn it. So toxic. I was about to emote him. That's what I get for wanting to emote. See right here. If I wasn't so confident on killing the first turn, I would seal him from using buffs. But I am so confident. Maybe I'm not that confident because he might have dodge food. Don't care. I'm gonna kill King. Yep, dodge food. I still think I'm gonna kill King though. Yep. Just LILLIA just be like that. LILLIA just try to be like that, you know? Could have killed KYO, for sure. But I think killing King was much better for me. Because now he has little to no ways of actually breaking my shield. And actually doing something to me. Because Margaret's attack is not very good against the shield. It just straight up isn't. Like, look. It's just not a very good attack against the shield. It's just not. Some attacks just aren't very good. Attacks that are good against the shield are attacks that increase damage. Attacks like Margaret that ignore defense, but don't actually increase your damage in any way, are not very good against the shield. Guess I'll make sure that she's dead because she has an ultimate, but I'm almost certain she is dead. Maybe not. KYO is. This is one of those situations where I think maybe if I did have Green Sauriel, I could have killed the KYO with that AoE, because I would have had full Zeldris passive. I guess we'll never know.